Hi guys, welcome to another live game. This time we are playing on the 4-player map again, another 1v1 rank game, and I'll just quickly set up my first few buildings, then we'll check what's actually happening here. So our opponent is Geffa, some Chinese player actually, and I never played with him, so we have no idea what to expect from him. I think he also picked humans, so it should be a human mirror. Of course we have this map, so I will try to farm neutrals in the middle first, then some other neutrals. We are on the bottom side of the map. This position is pretty open, but it's still pretty decent. We are kind of covered here on a narrow entrance, and on this side you can easily cover it by barracks, so I think this is actually quite fine. And there is at least lots of building space, which is sometimes quite advantageous, so definitely I don't mind this position at all. Mill ideally finishing a little bit earlier, so you get that extra wood, so you can set up your second farm in time after you queue up your first archer, so that's 140 wood. That means you need to get an extra 40 there, which we just did. So we can set up the farm here. Archer is being produced, we queue up another one once we have enough wood. Of course, make sure you also keep producing peasants all the time. And we bring the archer and go to the middle. I saw a lot of people experimenting lately with other strategies as well, even with just swordsmen or warrior spams. There's some combinations of archers and warriors. Of course you can also try cannons, but the problem... I mean, in pure archer fight cannons are great, but once there are also shielded swordsmen, the cannons become pretty useless, because they are ultra expensive, and the shields also diminish the damage that they receive from the cannons, not just from archers, but shields also lower the damage from cannons, so it's just not ideal. That is why I don't think the cannons are the best option, but I mean overall the defense is still good. If you can have like 3 buildings with roofs, so ideally 2 barracks and 1 fort, and to have double cannon on all of them, or even more cannons, then of course it will hold against most pushes, especially if you also have some archers in between that to snipe out the enemy warriors that will be climbing on top of your buildings. But to get there into that situation with such a strong defense before the second day, it's actually pretty difficult, and that is the time when of course people start pushing you with their timed shielded pushes, so you have to be prepared for that. Also, the scouting is usually a little bit weaker with archers, because you just want to preferably farm the neutrals and not run around the map looking for your opponent. Of course, you can still make 1 warrior or swordsman in the early game, like the first unit you make. That's also a solvable... It solves the issue of not having the wood for the second farm for a while. Or you can just scout with the first archer or any of the first few archers. But it's usually not the most used strategy, I would say. I think this is the most optimal thing. You just clear the 2 trolls. You don't gain any levels usually, unless you really just kill it with few archers and you stop making more of them. But usually it won't kill the archers, and that basically means that... I mean, you won't level up the archers, basically means that you don't have any levels, which means your army is not as strong. But you already gained some experience, which means you are really close to getting the levels. And now you can just farm the extra few experience on any neutrals, maybe on these bandits or whatever. That's absolutely fine. Or you can just kill wolves or some archers, goblin archers, yeah. The main thing now is that we want to get into his base and find out what is happening, what he's doing and what is happening there. If we can kill a bandit, that's also good. On the open field shouldn't be that big of a problem. Now he's retreating, so we'll also just ignore him. I will check this position first. I'm the closest to this one now, and he's actually here, so that's great. And he has some archers, but it doesn't seem like he would have too strong of a defense. I think he's farming somewhere else on the map, so this is 2 free kills for me. And now we try to cripple his economy as soon as possible. And now he retreated, so we have to ideally snipe some nicely leveled up archers or even level 1s. Those are rank to 1-shots. This is level 2 archers, so 2 shots. Okay, I messed up there a little bit, but... I think that he has the barracks as well, but the damage there is still the same, he just is more tankier. And if we stand below the barracks like this, he's just losing damage, so that's actually good for us. And actually he decided to leave. I don't think he should have left here, because I wouldn't kill him here. We had more archers. If we micromanage them well, he could still stop me. And he still had his production building here, but obviously I still had more units at home, so I would come and finish him after that. So 50 points. This was pretty quick game. Sometimes happen. So only 4 minutes and 50 seconds. But yeah, when I play these live games, I try to show everything. So even these quick games are part of that. And if we check the results, you can see that he actually mined more gold. Maybe I had some gaps between my peasants, so maybe not the most optimal thing there. He also had a little bit more wood, but that was basically the same. We produced 2 more units. In terms of kills and losses, it was a little bit better micromanagement there, especially because we utilized the fact that he had his archers on top of the barracks and I stood right below the barracks, so his angle was really bad there and he was losing damage. We also farmed 1 more neutral there, and 2 of them were actually the trolls. Yeah, I killed 2 trolls and a bandit, and he probably killed like 2 archers or maybe 2 bandits, something like that. He had decent levels, so I think he maybe also was farming levels on bandits, on the outpost that is below his base. But overall it wasn't enough. He had 1 more building, maybe a farm or something, but I think we both had only 1 barracks. This early on you can't really get anything more. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching and take care, guys.